With the meeting being canceled next week, I was wondering if I could get an extra minute possibly.
No, everybody's at 3 minutes.
Dana Taboadela, 31 Omaha Avenue. I would like to know what is the revenue for Rockaway Township has received for the cannabis businesses operating in the township. When these dispensaries were discussed, one of the primary benefits presented to the public was additional tax revenue. I'd like to know what the tax revenue has been collected from the township, the amount that was collected current year to date, where the revenue appears in the municipal budget. Is this money dedicated for a purpose? How is this money benefiting the Rockaway Township taxpayers and residents? Has any of this information been made available for the public, and where can I find it? My second concern involves the language used in the Township Council meeting minutes. Meeting minutes are official government records. They should objectively document the actions taken, the subjects discussed, and significant events that occurred. They should not include subjective descriptions of persons' attitudes, emotions, or behavior. For example, I saw language in the township minutes stating that the exchange became contentious. That's an interpretation, and this is not a soap opera. It does not tell the public what was actually said or objectively occurred. One person might consider the discussion contentious, while another person may view it as a legitimate disagreement. I've also seen the council refuse to correct minutes if the correction has not been sent in advance. I'm asking that you review for future minutes to ensure that these minutes become factual, impartial, and consistent. I'm also asking that the existing minutes that contain subjective characterization be reviewed and amended correctly through the formal process. Lastly, I'd like to address what occurred when a young person in our community recently came before this council to give a presentation. She took responsibility seriously. I understand prior to the meeting, she made 2 trips to town hall to test everything in advance. She brought her own laptop. She purchased a special cable so she could connect to the township's audio-visual system and project her presentation for the screen for the council and the public to see. During these tests, everything worked properly, but the night of the presentation, it did not. The township clerk made no effort to assist her, and she was left to scramble. Mr. Morrison did eventually try to help. Thank you. If you review the archive footage, some of the other council members can be seen laughing and joking behind her. I'm not saying that the council members were speaking about her, but imagine her stress while hearing you guys laughing. Eventually, an unknown member of the audience fixed the problem, which he deserves much credit. I do understand that technology can fail. The issue is that when it failed, the township clerk should have made a reasonable effort to help, whether by checking the connection, contacting someone who could assist to help identify another way for the presentation to be displayed. For memory, during the budget meeting, I believe we pay someone extra for these meetings to help with our equipment. Again, the township and its officials have a responsibility to make reasonable efforts to ensure members of the public can participate meaningfully in public meetings. That responsibility is important.
If I could just respond to that tax revenue for the cannabis, I don't have the exact revenue that we collected in 2025. However, we do anticipate that revenue in the 2026 budget is included in the revenue portion of the budget. I can come back to you with figures at the next meeting. That money that comes in goes into the general fund to help offset taxes. That's its sole purpose.
So it's a rateable plus 2%.
It's their revenue, and we receive 2% of that revenue, and it goes into the town's general fund. It's anticipated as a revenue in our budget,
right,
and it's used to offset the taxes.
Good.